Don't mind me, everybody. Y'all know what time it is. Get a bucket. I'm your host, Trey, all that good stuff. I'm hungry. I'm getting myself some damn peaches. Anyway, ooh, this is not coming out properly. There it is. There it is. Got him. Hey, gotta get a little fancy too. I mean, you're seeing behind the scenes footage. Low key. Like low key, low key, low key. Let's get situated now. Ah, shout outs. So, as you all know, I'm going to be talking about the Western Conference predictions, and I have a total of 13 playoff potential teams. I know, it's a lot, right? So let's go ahead and go quickly down the honorable mentions. We'll start off with the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're kind of outside looking in, low key for me, but I throw them in there because you still got D'Angelo Russell and Karl Anthony Towns, who are two All-Star caliber players. Karl Anthony Towns actually has superstar potential. Now, you pair that up with a couple of the guards that they got in, such as Anthony Edwards. They still have Jared Culver, last year's first round pick. They have some potential. They have some potential. I don't see them getting to the playoffs. That's why I have them slid down at that number 13 spot. Now, the 12th team I have as the Kings. It's unfortunate because I thought the Kings might be in the playoff picture at this point in time 2 years ago. But they still have De'Aaron Fox, still have Buddy Hield, which they're probably going to trade, unfortunately. And then they also have Marvin Bagley. Marvin Bagley's been injured, though. So I like to see a little more consistency from the Kings. They have playoff potential, just not production yet. So I got them at 12th spot. Now, the 11th team I have, unfortunately, to be the Grizzlies. I like the Grizzlies. They're young. They're up and coming. They can actually make a playoff push. I'm not saying they're not going to get into the playoff picture at all. They don't have a chance at all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't see it happening because of the teams that I have in front of them. Ja Morant's a stud. Jaren Jackson, he has injury issues, but still, he's a promising young talent. They have good players. They have good depth. Expect to see this is going to be a close race, ladies and gentlemen. This 11th spot really is not an 11th spot. They're going to be closer to the 8th spot than you would think, okay? Now, the 10th team I have in the West is the Jazz. I know. Donovan Mitchell, yes, he's a good talent. Rudy Gobert is a solid elite defensive player. I think Mike Conley's on the decline now. And to be honest with you, they've been having the same issue over and over and over again. You still have Bogdanovich, you still have Joe Ingles. I like those players. I just don't think they have enough depth at the bench position. So that's why I have them there. And of course, my 9th pick, it kind of hurts, but I'm going to go with the Pelicans. Unfortunate. I just think they're not going to get there again. Again, the teams I have ahead of them, it's tough. I could see the Pelicans getting into the playoff picture. I really can. But these 8 teams that I have ahead of them, that's going to be the reason why. So let's go ahead and get started. Because my 8th team, I have to be the Warriors. Now, the Warriors could flip. The Warriors could flip the Pelicans very quick, like very easily. I could very well see that. But I'm going to give the Warriors the benefit of the doubt because of the organization, as well as Steph Curry and Draymond Green. They are champions. Then you're bringing in talented players around them. And they're still like low-key deep now at all positions now. So I think they're going to have good depth as long as there's a good chance of making the playoffs. As long as Steph Curry does not get injured, they should be good to go. Now the 7th team is going to be, the Nuggets, the Denver Nuggets. That's right. Last year's Western Conference Finals team. They're going to be the 7th spot. I think Jeremy Grant is a big loss that they had. I think it's going to be hard to replace him. They could be higher. Do not get it twisted. They could be higher. But I think because of that their issue was defense. So because of that, they're going to be at that 7th spot. I think, again, I see them going higher, but I have them at that 7th spot because the 6th spot is going to the Phoenix Suns. That's right. I said it. The Phoenix Suns, they have now D. Booker. They have Chris Paul, and they have DeAndre Ayton. That's a solid trio right there. That's a legitimate trio that can get you to the playoff picture and make a decent run. Like, you could potentially see a James Harden-like Houston Rockets team for this year's Suns because D-Book is that special. I'm just letting you guys know that now. They could go higher as well. But 6th spot for me, that's very comfortable. And the reason why I have the Rockets at that 5th spot. I know it's a little controversial. Maybe it's okay because they have John Wall, who I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt just this one time. Just see how it goes. Then you pair that with James Harden, and you have Boogie Cousins, DeMarcus Cousins, and if everyone's healthy, that duo, that trio could work out, and you still have capable wings to help out who have shown to be good stretch fours. So I think they're good at that 5 position. And speaking of fours, that 4th team, probably guess it, the Dallas Mavericks. I have the Mavericks at that 4th spot, and the reason why, Luka's a stud, no question. But Kristaps Porzingis is going to be out. But when he comes back, hopefully he's healthy, and then they can return, get to that straight spot, or get to that 4th spot, and hold down the 4th spot like I know they can. I'm not going to say that. That's going to ruin the rest of the predictions. Let's move forward to the 3rd spot. You guys are probably curious who's in my top 3 now, because I done listed off a couple teams. I have the Blazers going at the 3rd spot, low key. You got Dame coming back, he's on the vengeance. You got CJ McCollum, who was injured last year. You still have Melo, who can get a bucket easily. He was getting about 15. I like the big men that they have in Collins and Nurkic. And then you brought in a Robert Covington and additional players. You have good depth now for the Blazers. And I think they're going to make a solid run. Especially if Dame is playing the way he was playing last year. Especially that way. Now, the 2nd team, you see why I got my Kobe shirt on, right? You see. That's good, Pete. You see why I got my Kobe shirt on, though. Because I'm not putting the Lakers at number 2. I got the Clippers. That's right. I have the Clippers at number 2. They can vault to the number 1 spot, but until they do it, until they prove it to me, I don't have faith in them. I really don't, and they don't need that pressure on them, just to be honest with you. I think Kawhi is going to make a nice run. I think Paul George is going to play solid as well. It's going to be interesting to see how they do. I really am interested to see how they do. And then, of course, number 1 seed, Lakers, easy. Defending champions. They upgraded from their championship roster. It would have been very disrespectful for me to put my team anything less than the number 1 team in the West. But hey, let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. I'm certain you all have a couple of rejections on some of my picks. But hey, hope y'all have a good one. Take care. Anybody get I just want to watch James the Giant Peach or Holes. Ooh, Holes.